Meet is being live streamed.
And we're back on the airways from my perspective. We're here with you from our perspective of these sports takes today. I'm your boy Dion. I ain't got nothing special on today. I just got my glasses, no do rag, nothing crazy. But how's it going, Q? We're getting up to it's football season. It's literally the first day of we had week zero. That's week zero, but we got week one starting today. A bunch of games. And then next week we got the NFL. How you feeling? You excited? I know football is not your biggest cup of tea, but you do dabble in it.
We just tighten up. It's your boy Mr. Ben, aka Tighten Up. Wore the Tennessee hat just for the pod.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I think I wore the last part too. But nah, shit, I'm straight. What's going on, man?
Hey man, I'm just excited, man. Watching some football. The world's been talking about this Colorado North Dakota State game, and people are like surprised that North Dakota State is actually a pretty good team. Like they're not the Alabama, the FCS, but that's neither here nor there. Or
Because
people
people don't
surprised
know.
that Colorado is not very good when we knew they weren't gonna be that good.
That's because people don't know nothing about the FCS unless they went to that school or that school's in their city. People don't know about the FCS. North Dakota State is,
Like
like
that.
you said, the juggernaut of, well, one of the juggernauts of that realm. So them beating a, like we said, a Colorado team that ain't really that good. They good at like quarterback. And they good at the skill positions. But outside of that, Colorado ain't that good. So it wouldn't be surprising. And North Dakota State did get a quarterback drafted in the first round. Mind you, he did throw 5 interceptions for y'all. But I mean, he
Yeah.
still got drafted in the first round.
Yeah, but I mean, they had another quarterback a couple years, Carson Wentz,
Y'all forgot about
almost
Carson.
an MVP. But he's not, I mean, obviously, Colorado's defense is shaky, but we're not going to talk too much about that. We may talk about that next week after the score finally hits. But we got to talk about Basher Berlin. Basher Berlin is this Saturday, and I'm not going to lie. I think, a 1 o'clock show. I'm definitely going to catch it later after I watch my Cardinals, the way the Cardinals play, but I'm still going to watch it.
Well, we
I'm,
play at three, don't? What time we
huh?
play?
We play at noon.
Oh, we do play at noon. I mean, let's be real though. We play in Austin P. About like 1:30. That game should be.
It should be. We should be. But we will see. But Bash Berlin in these five match cards, it's been pretty much confirmed that this is going to be the new norm. Now, wasn't a big fan of it, but I am starting to get used to it. They have worked well on these B level pay per views. Five match cards is the go to. So we're gonna do our confident points predictions. We'll pick our winner and we'll pick the confidence points. Obviously, five matches. The match we have the most confident points in, we'll put five. The match we have the least confident point in, we'll put one. Sometimes these things get a little predictable. This show seems a little predictable. How you think so? How you feel about it? You think so? Pretty predictable.
I definitely think it's predictable. But let's be real. Man, those B card pay per views, most of the time they are predictable. The B card pay per views, you really just are to enjoy the show. You're not coming for a surprise. You're just coming to watch some good wrestling and watch the storylines continue to play out.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least from my
It's
perspective.
definitely gonna play out like that. So let's go ahead and just get it started. Uh, Probably see how we're gonna start this. Let's just go ahead and just start it like this. And I'm actually might surprise you with this one just to do something crazy. Gunther versus Randy Orton. This will probably be the main event of the show. I'm going to put that as my prop main event. Gunther versus Randy Orton. There is a rematch from the King of the Ring. Randy had his shoulder up last time. It's been some decent little back and forth so far, but people are pretty much saying this is Gunther's match to win. I'm gonna go out on a limb
No, you're
just
not.
because I think it'll be cool, and because Randy is close to that record, and we both know John Cena's coming. He's coming back next year, so just to get him close to that record, to that possible Cena Randy, whoever wins gets the most world titles. I feel like a short Randy reign would not hurt, be a surprise if it happens. That's why I'm gonna put one on it, but I'm gonna go Randy with one. Just try to be different. Feel like most people's going with Gunther.
You don't believe that.
I
Like
don't. I
you
want to though.
predicted it, but you don't believe that. So for that reason, I'm going Gunther with a 3.
I don't, but I got hope. I
I mean,
just got hope.
you can do this all you want. Keep my streak of PLE. I was about to say pay per views, PPVs, but PLE streak winning. Keep it going, cause
Yeah, and I apologize to the world out there. Q, he is on a 2 PLE streak. He
we
has
we
beaten
did what
two.
4, and I don't want 3 of them.
Yeah, but he's on a 2 streak. So gotta give credit what credit's due. He's the defending champion right now. But hey, I'm trying to get it. Next up, I think this one is just easy. Cody versus KO. This one was a little weird build. Cody basically says, hey, you want a title shot? KO's like, not really. But then Cody's like, who else is gonna get it? And KO's like, you know what? I guess I'll take it. So Cody, KO, Cody's winning. I'm putting 5 on it. The question of this match is though is KO gonna turn heel before, during, or after, or at all? So we will get there.
I'm okay. I'm going Cody at 5 because Cody ain't losing. Again, all of this stuff is predictable.
Yeah.
It's only one that I think it might be, but even that one I think is predictable.
I think there's 2 shaky ones. I think it was one might be one. I have my reservations, but let's
Hold
get
on, do you
to.
think Cody and Kevin opened the show?
Oh yeah, you got
Okay.
to open the show with that. You got to open the show with that. The next one, this one's definitely predictable. Now it's CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. It's a strap match. Unfortunately, they are doing the lame version of the strap match where you just have to tap the 4 corners. Don't know whose idea was that in the Roger room, but whoever it was need to get Doc some pay because why would you do that? This is the worst version of the strap match, but maybe they don't want CM Punk to pin Drew McIntyre because CM Punk is winning this one because he lost the last one. So I'm going CM Punk with 4.
I'm going to CM Punk at 4 too. The only reason I ain't going fast because I know Cody gonna win.
Yeah, exactly.
So
This is probably one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most. Is Liv and Dom versus they're calling them the Terror Twins, and this one is who you don't really know like who should win, who could win. I'm going with Liv and Dom only because if you watch Monday's show, I didn't watch. I caught the replays of it, the highlights of it. But Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, they stood tall, and usually it's not 100%, but usually the person that stands tall, the show before the PLE is usually the person that loses. So I'm going with Liv and Dom, but we will get into a prop bet later about this match that I think will probably be the biggest selling point so far. But I'm going with them, and I'm going with 2.
okay, so this is the only one that I think is not that's shaky that you can see either team actually winning because let's be real, the better team is Damian and Rhea, but Mysterio and Liv got the Judgment Day in their corner.
Mhm.
And the Damian and the Finn Balor situation ain't settled yet. It just got pushed to the back burner. So for that reason, I'm still going Damian and Rhea with 2.
So we are on 2 sides of the spectrum for 2 matches. So we will definitely have a clear winner this week.
I think you're gonna be. I don't know. I think I kind of want to switch my vote because you're right. Usually, the person standing tall at Monday night is usually the person that's gonna lose. But I'm gonna keep it with
That's my only other than that, I would not have known who to pick.
because you can't keep Rhea can't keep losing. I think that's the
Yeah, who eats the pin? Now I know again eventually it's gonna be Rhea Liv at some point. I don't think it's gonna be as soon as Bad Blood because I think they want to push that off. Rhea Liv, they could be a WrestleMania match. They could build up there and get to it. Make Rio build back up there and get there, but we will see.
Hold on, before you move on. Another reason I think you be right is because Finn's got to cost them to win, so Finn and Damien could be on bad blood.
Oh
I'm still
yeah.
going with Damien and Rhea, but I can see you being right with this.
Lastly, they had to get some more women on the card because, come on, Triple H, do better. Shawn Michaels is booking the women pretty well in NXT. You got to book a little bit better. I'm just saying,
One.
Triple H. I'm just saying. But Jade and Bianca Belair versus the Unholy Union for the women's tag team titles. And let's be honest. Last time, when the Unholy Union won, they won because they was in their home country, sentimental moment. They back to being heels. Let's just get this thing back to Jade and Bianca so we can get this thing going to eventually one of them is going to turn each other. I'm assuming it's going to be Jade turning on Bianca, but let's get back to it, Triple H, and put this title back on Jade and Bianca so we can build up to the eventual WrestleMania Jade versus Bianca match because we both know and we all know that's where they're going. So Jade Bianca with 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Jay to Bianca, but I only got one left. So I mean, I will go 3, but I know Gunther's winning. I can't put him in 5 because I know Cody's winning. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Jade in because honestly, I can see Jade turning heel this
Tonight
pay.
or this week.
I could. I mean, I see it as a possibility. I don't
It
think
is a
it's gonna happen.
possibility.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I can see it happening.
Well, let's get to see what might happen. So let's get to some of our prop bets. Let's go ahead. Before we get to the prop bets for this show specifically, Friday, LA Knight is having an open challenge. Now there was a lot of confusion. There were some people that thought it was going to happen on the PLE. I thought it was going to happen on the PLE, but it's not. But I put it on there because I put it on as a prop bet because nobody knows. I have no idea who it even could be. That's why I'm making this 2 points. So, who you think LA Knight is going to face? And I will just go ahead and put it out there. Nobody is an option if you want to, but who you think it could be for Friday?
Open challenge. I really ain't got nobody, so I'm gonna go Logan Paul.
That is not a bad bet. I'm gonna go. Uh, just play face Santos. I'm gonna go. Giovanni Vinci. He hasn't been back on the show yet. They've been doing some vignettes. I'm not sure because usually when someone makes a debut, they don't want them to lose their first match. But hey, I'm just going out on the limb. I don't know who it could be, but it'll be cool to see Giovanni Vinci.
What if it's somebody crazy like Brock Lesnar?
Yeah. Then
I
that's
know it's not.
it'd be a short reign for LA Knight.
I know it's not. But wouldn't it be crazy?
That would be very crazy. Uh, so next prop bets. There's one I didn't send you on the rundown. I thought about it. I literally thought about it today.
Okay.
Thinking about for the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match. Obviously, it's a strap match, but they've been fighting over this bracelet, this sentimental bracelet, CM Punk. So the prop bet is who ends up leaving Basher Berlin with the bracelet? Is it CM Punk or is it Drew? Drew McIntyre currently has it. Who ends up leaving with it?
Well, I guess I'm gonna go with CM Punk because he's winning it. But wouldn't it be crazy if the bracelet broke?
Everybody keeps saying that. Like, that thing is flimsy. It is probably going to break.
What if the bracelet actually broke? But I'm gonna go with CM Punk because I think he's winning it.
I'm going to go with Drew. I think he's going to keep it somehow. I think CM Punk's still going to win, but I think Drew will somehow keep the bracelet because he still needs some motivation for this Hell in a Cell match that's happening at Bad Blood. So we'll go there. Next up, Gunther, he has been known to win matches a variety of different ways with a single chop, with a power bomb, choking somebody out. So that's one thing I like about Gunther. Unpredictable how he wins matches. So how you think he beats Randy Orton? Since we both, well, you think he's gonna beat Randy Orton. I'm going out a limb and saying Randy
I
Orton's
think
gonna
he's
beat.
gonna do it too. You just picked it to be different.
Yes, you're right. But how you think he's gonna do? A power bomb, chop, put him to sleep, something different. What you got?
I don't think he going. I don't think they'll book him. Randy going to sleep. So I'm gonna go with the Powerbomb.
I will also go with the power bomb.
I just don't. I don't see Randy going to sleep
Nah, not Randy.
because that make Randy look weak. And then also Randy's got a girl for this heel turn to go after Cody.
Yeah.
So
So two more prop bets. You kind of talked about a little bit earlier. Heel turn possible. Jade possible heel turning heel. KO possibly turning heel. Who you got? You got one of them turning heel. You got both of them turning heel, or you got somebody else that I'm not even thinking about turning heel.
okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with one. I'm gonna go with KO, even though I think it's possible that Jay could. I'm gonna go with KO because then that gives them a match for Bad Blood. Because right now they don't really have nothing for Bad Blood for Cody.
Nope, nothing at all. So
So if KO beat him, I mean, if KO turns heel and let's beat him down after the match, then that could give them a program for Bad Blood for Cody. Because right now, let's be real, Cody's just turning in like a wheel turning in mud into the Rock Cody.
exactly, yeah, he ain't got nothing to do to the Rocket. Rock might not show up until what? Survivor Series, Royal Rumble at best. Survivor Series, if you're lucky, more than likely Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so and even then, he ain't gonna be fighting The Rock at Royal Rumble. It's gonna go down to WrestleMania. So he just turning his wheels until then. So yeah, so if KO turns heel, they give him something to do for Bad Blood. And then I think the match is gonna be Randy Orton at Royal Rumble.
Gotcha. So, last prop bet, they've been teasing it a bunch on Monday Night Raw. Does Rhea Ripley hit Dominic Mysterio with a riptide on Saturday?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
guaranteed.
You said guaranteed. Also, instead of yes, I'm gonna put guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
And I honestly, I don't know. I was thinking no. You said guaranteed, have me thinking differently, but I'm gonna still stick with my no.
Man, Dom weigh like 70 pounds. She gonna rock that boy. What are you talking about? And Dom is like the one like out top of my head. Not really thinking through the whole roster. Like male wrestler that can like
Okay.
get dominated by a woman and it won't look bad on him.
Yep. And
Dom's the only one.
honestly, you do have a good point. Like if Damien and Rhea don't win, her giving Dom a riptide could be a win in its own, even if they lose the match. So I can see it. I'm gonna stick with no. Again, trying to be different. I'm trying to get this done. You went back to back. We will see what happens.
Real
Find
thing.
out next week on if Q is going to three-peat like the Bulls,
If
or is he not? And I finally get back on that horse. So we will see. But
you mean when I get when I go back to back to back.
to back,
Back to back. Oh yeah, to back is a third back in there.
yeah.
My bad. I be winning so much. I don't know. You feel me? I be winning so much.
All right. So next up, we've been slacking a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I've been checking it in a little bit, not a lot. But WNBA they had came back. I've been checking it out a little bit, but the big story hasn't been that big since they came back. But before the Olympics and it started up a little bit after the Olympics, is who is the rookie of the year? Now, obviously, Asia Wilson, they might as well go ahead and ship that MVP trophy to her crib right now. Don't
Mm,
even waste no time with it. Just go ahead and send it there. It's
okay,
already got a home.
I'm glad you said that.
But people have been questioning who is the women's rookie of the year. And obviously, I know they got a whole list. We got Miss Camila Cardosa. We got all these other women out there. Obviously, Cameron Brink, she would have been in this conversation, but she got hurt. We got Rakita Jackson for the Sparks. But let's be honest, it's called spade a spade. It's between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Both of them are having historical seasons as rookies. Angel Reese, she's been a double machine. As I'm on ESPN,
Okay.
she what 25 double digit rebound games this season. She's been on a terror. Now her shooting percentage has not been great. Let's go ahead and call it in. She was doing a lot of missing, catching her own rebound. Angel Reese, she's averaging 13.3 points a game, 12.9 rebounds a game. Her shooting percentage is 38.4 for a big. That's not that great. Free throws, she's 73. Not great. And then obviously it's Caitlin Clark, who's been on a tear. Took her a minute to get her sea legs, but now
True.
she's out there balling, shoot, throwing dimes, catching buckets. She's been doing her thing. She has the assist record for the most in the rookie season. I think she has the most just in the season at anybody. But her stats right now, she sits at 18 points per game,
Huh?
8.1 rebounds. She's shooting 41.4% from the field, 33 from the three, and she's a 90% free throw shooter. Going for the field. So you said you've had some things to talk about. You've been wanting to talk about the WNBA. So, Mr. Q, you got the floor.
So look, you know what I'm saying? Let's not leave out the assists. She's averaging 8.1 assists. Let's not leave out the assists and what she averaging. So here's my thing. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to nobody. But you said it's a competition between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
I, I'm saying what people are saying. Me personally,
Okay.
they might as well ship it to Caitlin Clark's crib too.
I don't understand what the conversation is about. Look at Caitlin Clark's team's record and look at Angel Reese's team's record. Ain't now Indiana? Yes, I say we. I'll be fair. You know, it's a little biased here because I root for the FIBA. I'm sitting here watching the games and stuff. Everybody else is like, "What we doing after the Olympics?" I just hop back in WNBA mode and start still watching the games.
Yep.
You know what I mean? First game we played, well, not the first game, but we lost to the Lynx. We got it within 5. And them Lynx, well, they came. They was retiring Maya Moore's number, so they came back and smacked us up. But then we won 2 games after that. But Caitlin Clark has led a team that had the number 1 overall pick last year for a reason to 7th seed in the East, 7th seed in the playoffs. So we're going to make the playoffs. It's a 99% chance we're going to make the playoffs. And we're moving our way up. Are we going to get in the top 4, get a home? No, but it's a possibility we can get to 6th or 5th. As of where you look at Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky, they in 8th. And they fighting for 8th. That's not a guarantee they're going to make a playoffs. I looked at the percentages. I think it was like it's a 60% chance compared to Indiana's chances of making the playoffs is a 99. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's even a competition. I think it's Caitlin Clark by far, like you said, go and put it at a crib. Y'all should really just name it after her if y'all want to be technical with it. That's how far I'm going. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to have 2 back-to-back Rookie of the Years because Aaliyah Boston won it last year. But the other thing I wanted to say is, so we said the WNBA conversation. I was ready. So I was listening to, I don't know if you know Elle Duncan from SportsCenter. She got a podcast. I was listening to her pod, you know what I'm saying? And she her co-host is Gary. He does SportsCenters and stuff too. And he said, I think Caitlin Clark should be in the conversation for MVP. He said, I don't think she should win it. He said that's Angel Reese. Not Angel Reese, that's Angel Wilson's award. But I think she should be in the conversation. She should be in the conversation for that 2nd or that 3rd spot. And then L. Duncan was like, "Nah, I don't even know what we're talking about. Nah, she shouldn't even be in the MVP conversation." I think she should. For the same reasons I thought that she should be rookie of the year. Yes, I know her turnovers is high, but the assist numbers you can't make that up. Averaging 18 points, you can't make that up. Like you said, she needed that break for the Olympics to get her legs back. She was balling before. She really been balling afterwards. I think she should be in the conversation. Do I think she should win it? Nah, I ain't crazy. I think it's Asia. Asia Wilson should be one. I think I will put Brianna Stewart too. I think. I think. But I think Kayla Clark should come in three. I know Thompson. I don't want to pronounce her first name wrong. But she should also be in that conversation. But I think Kayla Clark should be three. In my opinion, from my perspective, I think Kayla Clark should be in the MVP conversation. I ain't saying she's winning, but I think she should be in the conversation.
From my perspective, you laid out some great points. I don't think you're wrong. When you obviously you said she's third, that's where she probably should be. She has basically turned this Fever team around. Because again, they had the one seed. They're going to the playoffs, and the sky's the limit from here for the next years to come with the Indiana Fever and for women's basketball as a whole. Caitlin Clark, it's a situation where people are comparing Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese to the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird era in the 80s. I see the similarities. Two
Yeah,
high profile people that faced each other in college.
yeah, but
They're,
they'll-
they're the reason they're growing the game. They're growing the game. That's pretty much what they're saying.
I was going to say that's it. That's the comparison between Magic and Larry. Magic and Larry grow the game. Angel Reese and Caitlin's growing the game.
So,
But they don't play the same position. They won't even match up. As a word, Larry and Magic actually matched up. Abumake, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She just said the same thing. She said the media's making this a thing. It's not a thing. They don't guard each other
no,
unless it's a switch. I think it's Abumake. I might be pronouncing that wrong. If I am, I'm sorry.
yep, and you're right. Let's switch. But one thing about it, tomorrow, August 30th, the Fever they do play the Sky at 7:30. It's in Chicago. Like the Indiana Fever at 15 and 16. The Chicago Skies is 11 and 19. And right now, they got the Sky as the favorites to win.
I mean,
Actually, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. They got the Fever as the favorites to win. They open at a 4.5 point favorite.
yeah,
But right now it's at 5.5 points.
Collier. That's another MVP candidate people are talking about. She played for the Lynx. Napisha Collier,
Oh yeah, she was
Alyssa Thompson. That's the other name. They play for the Connecticut Sun, which we just beat. We just beat the Connecticut Sun. I just want to point that out. Another feather Caitlin Clark had. She did just beat her. That's all I'm saying. And we play the Aces 2 more times. So let's say we beat the Aces. I'm saying, Dion, think about it. If we go on this run, get let's say fifth seed in the playoffs, beat the Aces twice. Like I said, we just beat the Connecticut Sun. Now the Lynx did blow us. They beat us by 10. We got it close because at one point it was 5, then ballooned to like 16. But okay, we lost to her. But I'm saying, Dion, she should be in consideration if these things. She should be in consideration now. She should be more of a serious consideration if these things happen. We beat the Aces. Like I said, we just beat the Connecticut Sun. I think it's a game. I don't think it's a game against the Liberty left, but
yeah, the last five for the Fever. They beat Dallas. I mean, they lost to Dallas 101 to 93. They beat Phoenix 98 to 89. They beat Seattle 92 to 75. They lost to Minnesota. That was on Maya Moore Jersey night. They was hyped up. They lost 90 to 80, and they just beat Atlanta 84 to 79.
yeah. So I was talking about if we play them again. Now we don't play the Liberty again, but we do play the Lynx again. Like I said, we do play the Aces 2 more times, and then I know we play the Wings 2 more times too. That's what I'm
And
saying. If we beat the Aces twice, if we could rebound and beat the Lynx because it's at home, all I'm saying is she should be in consideration. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't mad at you. Some people might be mad at you. I ain't too mad at you. But that's your prediction. It's time for us to add a couple more predictions because from this point forward, this moment, we are 7 days away from Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Baltimore Ravens on opening night of the NFL. How excited are you about that?
I mean, I'm happy. You know, football's back. We made it through the summer creating content. We did our thing. I'm proud. I'm proud of us. I'm more excited about we ain't gotta force content now. We could just there we go. It's something every week. You get what so. But yeah, and you know me, I'm a basketball guy, and on top of that, I'm a college football guy. So I'm more excited about college football than I am the NFL. But of course, I'm gonna watch every Sunday though. You know?
I will be seated every Sunday. No plans for me on Sundays from this point forward on. Hey, you got something you want me to do? You gotta make it on a Friday or something. And even that, I don't even know if I'm gonna do it.
What you said?
So since we're 7 days away, you came up with the brilliant idea of we each give 7 predictions. So I feel like you go one, I go one, we go back and forth, we do a quick take on our perspective of each one of ours. And I guess I can start it out first.
Okay.
And because it just got announced that Russell Wilson is going to be the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I will put my first prediction as Justin Fields will start more games than Russell Wilson this season.
So you think he's gonna get hurt or he's just gonna get benched?
Either one.
Okay. 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 All right. So my first prediction is Philadelphia Eagles head coach. I ain't even going Sirianni. Is that how you
Nick
pronounce his name?
Sirianni, yep, Nick Sirianni.
He's not gonna make it through the season.
That is not a bad prediction.
He's gonna get fired before the season is over.
Personally, I think it's kind of crazy to think about. The man was in the Super Bowl not even 24 months ago. I believe. Like, come on, and he's gonna get fired. I know last season was bad, but they at least they consistent. They did Doug Peterson pretty much the same way. He won the Super Bowl, had 2 bad seasons, and they canned him. Like, dang, can he get a little leash? But all right,
You can't be beefing with your quarterback, and they just gave the quarterback all this money.
all right.
So it so when you read the reports, like the owner, he was doing a bunch of stuff on the sideline. The owner had to come down and be like, "Hey, I need you to cut all that out."
Yeah.
You and look at they making it out to be he's the problem. I don't know. I ain't in the building, but
Hey, yeah, y'all making it out to be he the problem. So all right, I agree with that. I think it's asinine that is even an idea, but hey, it's happened before. So number 2 for me is something that I can't remember. I think Calvin Johnson was the last to do it, but I don't. It'll probably either be between Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. He's a little disgruntled right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but I believe a receiver will record 2,000 receiving yards this season. When the pass happy league, somebody gonna get 2,000.
okay. All right. My next prediction is this is really going into the all season of 2025,
All right,
but Dak Prescott will no longer be a Dallas Cowboy after
don't
this
say
season.
that. Don't.
It's just come on, man. They should have paid him already. It's gonna get to the point where that money gonna get too big, and Jerry gonna start looking like, I don't know, man. I just paid CD. He gonna be rocking in the chair like I just paid CD, dog. I ain't got it. I'm going with
Jerry, just drop a $60 million a year check off to that man and call it a day. It's gonna happen.
that's the
He
other
gonna
thing.
get it from you or somebody else.
What if the Giants be like, here, but we're gonna give you all this bread? He was it 40 million? 40 million against the cap if he leaves. You already, if you Jerry, you know that's the possibility, and you playing with this man. How you sign a wide Dion? How you sign a wide receiver before you sign the quarterback? That's saying that you got more faith in the wide receiver than you get in the quarterback. That's throwing him the ball. You saying the wide receiver's making him. That's what you saying. From my
Yeah,
perspective, that's what Jerry's saying.
and you also you can't be paying all this money to a receiver when if you don't think you're gonna have you gotta have a capable quarterback to throw him the ball. Dak's the capable. Again, I watched the preseason game. Cooper Rush is all right. People was talking about Trey Lance to be the next up. I watched him. 5 picks. He ain't the guy. Sign Dak, please. Uh, next up.
That'll sign that boy.
All right. Next up. This one is involving the Los Angeles Rams. So this is something I know I was thinking about. And I said, and I heard Sean McVay said they are keeping my man Aaron Donald's locker clear. So if the Rams make the playoffs, which I believe they will, Aaron Donald will come back for the playoffs.
So you believe the Rams is gonna make the playoffs? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you Aaron Donald though, would you really want to come back mid-season?
I wouldn't come back unless they're in the playoffs. There's no reason for Aaron Donald to play a down in the NFL unless he has a chance to get a ring. And even then, he got one. Ain't like he's a quarterback who quarterbacks the number of rings matter. When you receiver, defensive tackle, safety corner, as soon as you get that one, it really don't matter. As long as you get that one. But I still think there's a possibility that he comes back for the playoff push.
Okay. All right. This one's gonna be it's a little biased, but here it comes. Now, Tennessee Titans is gonna make the playoffs. There we go. I had to get one, and there it is.
All right, we'll slide past that one.
No,
We'll slide.
I know disrespect my prediction, dog. We go make the playoffs.
All right, we are not in the strongest division, so maybe I have a chance.
This prediction came from I replaced this prediction. The original prediction was Kansas City wasn't going to win the Super Bowl, but I replaced it with this because me and my little cousin, we going through the games, and I'm like, yo, we could win some games and make the playoffs. All we gotta do is have a couple divisional games break our way. I ain't saying we're gonna be out here being 10-7 or 11-6. We're gonna be 9-8, but we can make the playoffs off the back of that because as long as we win these division games.
All right, yeah. We'll see. I'll be watching. So off to prediction number 4, and this is pertaining to the Chicago Bears. They have the best quarterback that they've ever had in franchise history, and I believe Caleb Williams will be the first Chicago Bear quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards. I mean, that's kind of a cop-out prediction because a lot of people have been predicting it, and he's looked that good in the preseason, but 4,000 passing yards, first Chicago Bear player to do it.
Okay. All right. This one's gonna be a little reach, and it's also a little homerish too. But I'm going. Lamar Jackson's gonna win back-to-back MVPs.
Back-to-back 96, 97? Ooh. I like it. But
I like the fact that he got Derrick Henry. You know, I understand what Derrick was doing. I think that'll give him more of an open lanes to pass the ball. Because don't get me wrong, they had good running backs before, but they ain't like him.
now Derrick Henry's
They
a
ain't
different.
like King Henry. You get what I'm saying?
He's somebody you gotta bring everything you got just to stand him up. You gotta bring everything you got. And to get him to the ground, you need about 2-3. I couldn't tackle him. I wouldn't. I let him get whatever he weighed. Olay. I would treat him like a bull. So, but since you brought up MVP, now I don't think what you said was a reach. Like you probably thinking is a reach. I think it's very possible. Mine's what I'm about to say is a very big reach. And I'm going to say a non-quarterback will win MVP.
Well, you know that ain't happen. You know damn well that is not gonna happen.
Hey, I'm reaching, man.
All right, yo, okay. That's a reach.
Yep.
That is a reach. All right. So, where we at? Prediction number 5.
Yep.
I want to do this one now. Don't want to save it for the end. I'm going to do it now. Prediction number 5. Uh, Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, and Taylor Swift don't make it through the season. I hope
Um,
I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But, I don't know a lot about her, but I've done some reading and her dating history.
yeah, all right. Dating history's not long. I mean, her relationships are not long.
And she tends to make albums about him kind of quick. Also, I have seen the type of women Travis Kelsey has dated before. They don't look like her.
Oh,
So
definitely don't.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I don't want nobody to break up. But I'm saying I don't think it's gonna last. I
Now
hope I'm
you,
wrong.
you had to get that Taylor Swift. I got you. You had to get that Taylor Swift in the show. I ain't mad at you.
We knew it was
Yeah,
coming at some point.
we gotta get Taylor Swift in the show. All right. Which one do I want to go with? Now I'm not a fan of this team. I might be a secret fan of this team, mostly because I like the coach. Talked about the team a little bit in earlier, but I'm gonna go with my man Mike Tomlin. Keeps his streak and goes 500 or higher again. I'm nervous about it because
Because
this is
I
the 1 year. It's the worst, not necessarily the worst team he's had, but the quarterback situation is so shaky that I'm nervous about his 500 streak.
so it didn't make the 7. Basically, probably been like ninth or 10th for the predictions. I don't think he does,
Mm.
and it's not because of him, and it's not because of that defense. Like we seen Russell Wilson last year, we seen Justin Fields last year. I think they could get you 7. I think they could get 7 might be strong. They might can get you
They
6.
can get you 5-6. They can get you
They can
five
get you 5 or
six.
6 because the defense is gonna carry most of that, and the defense probably could get you 1 or 2. That's 7 or 8 wins. I don't see. I ain't gonna use this as one of my predictions, but I can see it really not happening, and it's not because of what he's doing or lack of something that he's doing. Now, imagine they do got a new offensive coordinator situation, so it might help with the situation. I don't know. Jaden McDaniels is gonna win Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Mind you, I still think the
Okay.
Commanders. I think the Commanders is gonna be boo boo, but I don't think it's gonna be because of. I don't think it's going to be because of him.
All
So I'm
right.
Jaden McDaniels to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
All right. I am not mad at that one. He's looked pretty good in the he's looked pretty good in the preseason. Makes me a little nervous as a Cowboys fan because I want the Commanders to be as bad as possible. But
They still gonna be bad. He's just gonna be look good from my perspective.
all right, so which one do I want to go with here? Last one, last prediction, and then we'll throw some Super Bowl predictions out there. But for last prediction, you might like this one, and this is just I don't know. I just don't. Some just don't feel right. I'm gonna be up there in the city, so maybe I can get a vibe of how the city's feeling. I'm gonna be up there Monday, but some just don't feel right with that city right now or that team. And I got a feeling Joe Burrow gonna miss some games this season.
He gonna miss some games.
I think he gonna miss games, and when I say games, 5+.
Okay, it worked for me because I love for them to be trash.
But I don't know. I just get this sense, man. I want Joe Burrow. I think he's second behind Patrick Mahomes from our perspective in terms of quarterbacks. But some just I don't know. I just got this feeling he ain't gonna bounce back this season. He's gonna have another injury season, and then that people are gonna start looking at him funny in their life for some reason. They already had some issues with Jamar Chase trying to get his contract. You know that owner, he cheap. He cheap up there. Always have been, probably always will be. And he don't want to pay Jamar Chase right now. But I just got a feeling Jamar Joe Burrow gonna get hurt in this 5+ games and the Cincinnati Bengals won't be that good.
Okay. All right. So I got two wide receiver predictions in my head. I'm trying to decide do I want to go with one of them or do I want to go with this other prediction? I'm gonna I'm gonna go with this other prediction. Bill Belichick's gonna be a head coach by the end of the year. Well, it's for the beginning of the next season.
You think he? So you think soon as Black Monday hit, he gonna have him a job?
Yes, sir.
I can see it. Would you like to double up and say what team?
New York Giants.
Don't say that. I don't want him over there. I don't want him. I don't want him over there.
I already knew. I already knew. Uh, eh, I'm gonna go ahead and say these. These ain't predictions. These are my wide receiver ones. B Hop's gonna be 1,000-yard receiver this year.
That's very doable. Hopefully, that quarterback is situation gets taken care of.
And Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh, I had him as one of mine too. I had a prediction for him too.
is not gonna live up to expectations this year.
Oh, really? I didn't put it down as one of mine, but I did have a list. And for me, I had him catching 10 plus touchdowns this season.
I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna do great over time. He got this whole lawsuit situation. I don't even, did he even signed his rookie contract yet?
Yeah, he signed it. I'm pretty sure he signed it.
Let me look at what up because I thought maybe I could be wrong. No, I know he got this legal situation. Maybe he did go ahead and sign it. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna live up to the expectations.
So one more. This is not part of anything for real, but
Yeah, my bad. He did sign.
one more is not again. This is not part of anything for real. Before I get my Super Bowl pick, but Deion Walls is gonna win the fantasy football this year.
Who?
Deion Walls. I don't know if
Who?
you heard of him. He gonna win fantasy this year.
Man, stop it.
Just want to point that out. Draft this Sunday. But
Stop
off
it.
to my Super Bowl pick.
No, we're not gonna walk over this. We just not. We're gonna spend 30 seconds on this conversation. We just not gonna. You're not gonna throw that out, and then we just gonna keep going. You know, like I know, you're not winning. What was your record last year?
I wasn't that bad. I think I was
Make the playoffs.
I was did I make the I think I made the playoff barely. I think I was like the last seed.
Yeah, you was like, because you was in like going down to the last.
Yeah.
You got lucky to sneak in. You're not winning. It's okay though.
All right, we'll see. Draft this Sunday.
And I beat you.
You did, but draft this Sunday. Super Bowl prediction before we get out of here. This was tough though. This, Super Bowl prediction is tough. I'm going ahead and say AFC. I got Baltimore. I got the Baltimore Ravens easily. I'm gonna put the Baltimore Ravens in there. Contenders, obviously, I got the Dolphins. Contenders, I don't know about the Jets, but I got Baltimore Ravens, and I got them facing what it probably should have been last year. Even though I think they possibly could have a down year. This is just what the prediction I'm gonna go with. I got the Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens, and I got the Baltimore Ravens hosting that Lombardi Trophy.
Let me see what the Super Bowl colors of this year are. Because that makes
it was close. It was close. The Ravens messed it up last season.
it includes shades of orange, Bengals, Broncos, Birds, and Browns, red, Chiefs of 49ers, purple, Ravens of Vikings, bright green Seahawks, that's not happening, and then gold, Mardi Gras. Okay, cool. So, the red. The red makes me want to go, because I was thinking Green Bay, but I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go with 49ers versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Now, you said contenders. Did you forget about Kansas City?
No, I didn't forget about Kansas City. Obviously.
So I thought.
You should obviously, but you get tired of talking about how good Kansas City are. They good. We know they good.
But until you beat the man, they're still the man.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I was just wondering. My bad. Because you didn't listen. I thought maybe you forget.
Now I ain't forget. It's just like, man, we know they good. They'll probably be in the AFC Championship game.
Ain't no problem.
Yeah, they'll be in the AFC Championship game because they are every year. I'm just hoping Baltimore gets them this year.
Okay. But you got the Lions. Who do the Lions play?
Oh, I 49ers. I think it'll be the rematch 49ers.
Okay. I'm gonna go 49ers in Green Bay.
All right. So we both I was thinking Green Bay. I was thinking Green Bay, but I don't want to say Green Bay because of what they did last year. But that's neither here nor there. But that'll do it from our perspective. Next week we get to our regularly scheduled NFL predictions.
Hold
We
on,
do
hold on.
5 games.
We not done.
What you got?
We not done. I left this off just for one reason.
All
We
right.
only do predictions, all right? It's time to start it early.
All right.
We only gonna predict one game, and then we'll put the rest up with the football. Clemson or Georgia? Who you got?
Oh, I got Georgia. Easy. What's the spread? Let me check the spread.
I was gonna say, man, you know I don't gamble, so I don't know why. I don't even know why you asking me.
Whatever the spread is, I'm taking it unless it's just absolutely crazy. No. Oh man, it's gonna be a good game tomorrow.
So I'm going. I feel like we should bet this against the spread.
Yeah, the spread is 12 and a half. That's easy. I'm taking that. Georgia 12 and a half. Easy.
Okay, so I'm taking Clemson with the spread. Not Clemson to win. Georgia's gonna win by 12. Now, Georgia's gonna win by 10.
All right. I got Georgia winning by at least 21.
You are disrespectful. Yeah, nah, I'm going Clemson. I mean, I'm going Georgia, but I'm going Clemson to win against the spread. So Dion, you went GA,
All right.
you going Clemson. And then once we do the NFL, we're not doing it against the spread. But
So yeah, that'll do it from our perspective again. Next week we start off. We predict 5 games. We won't be able to predict it, but Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens. Who you got?
we could do that. We could go and do it now if you want to.
Yeah, well, who you got? I got Kansas City.
I got the Ravens.
All right. So we got 2 games on the docket for. We got 2 games on the docket already. Next week we'll start our 5. Obviously, we always do the Monday night, Sunday night, Tennessee Titans, Dallas Cowboy game,
It's a Friday night.
and
Next week, ain't it?
I believe there is a Friday night game, so we'll probably do a Friday night game next week. And then whatever Q feels like is a good game, add it to prediction list.
Or bad teams.
Or a bad team. We like to do the toilet game of the week as well. So that'll do it from our perspective. Again, thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, holler at your boys. If you got something you want us to talk about that we haven't talked about, put in the comment section. We might not talk about it, but hey, if you like it, we will. Just saying. I'm gonna keep it a buck 100 with you. But appreciate you again. I'm your boy Dion. Captain Hater, go ahead and hate on something before we get up out of here.
I just I just don't understand why L. Duncan don't want to give Caitlin Clark a love and say she should be in the conversation. L. Duncan is a great ESPN host. Her podcast is good. I listen to her when she be a guest host, not a guest host, but a guest on Bo Monty's pod. She do great things. She's incredible at what she do. But I think Caitlin Clark should be in conversation. That's all. I ain't really hating. I'm just stating my opinion again. But hey, man, we're going to catch y'all on the next one.